Yo everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today's Friday at 6:27. In the morning. Market's about to open in 3 minutes, and so far, we're at all-time highs. It's gonna be a little bit tricky to trade. So we don't have like a really a 4-hour demand zone that I think could be reached. So we've got a couple of 1-hour demand zones. Basically, what I want to play longs again today. I'm most likely not gonna consider taking shorts, just because the trend is very, very bullish in my opinion. Today's Friday, so I'm like I said, I'm expecting either a bullish day or a choppy day probably. I'm not really expecting shorts to play out too much. But yeah, what I would like to see is some sort of retest of one of these 1-hour demand zones at open. I'd like to see them hold, and I would like to see a strong bullish reaction off of one of these zones. We have had one bullish reaction off of a 1-hour demand zone, what's it called, during pre-market. So I'd like to see us test that zone one more time, hold, and get an influx of buyers to come off that zone. Oh yeah, man, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm gonna go ahead and lock in. Market's open in 2 minutes, so hopefully I can get my setup today.
Alright, y'all, so I just took another fucking loss, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Freaking confidence in, like, my execution and just being able to read the markets is starting to go down again. That's kind of what happens when you're on these fuck-ass losing streaks, bro. Insanely frustrating. Back-to-back red weeks is actually wild, especially considering the fact that this week should have 1000% been green or at least break even. We made too many mistakes this week, and we're definitely fucking dealing with that shit now. Obviously, the payout is clearly delayed yet again. The ability to actually pass the second combine, which it's been like 3 or 4 times where we've just needed one more trade to pass this freaking combine, bro. And then we get to the point where you just take one more trade, pass the combine, we take the trade, and we take a loss, and then we go on some retarded losing streak. Oh man, I just feel like I'm being fucking tested right now, bro. From making these retarded mistakes, bro. Like yesterday, I still can't get over how shitty like of a mistake yesterday was. Just FOMOing in for no fucking reason. To over trading on Tuesday, it's just. Dang, bro, this week has just been ass for me, bro. And it shouldn't be. That's the thing, bro. There was clean price action almost every day. Today, bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. The freaking open was kind of ass, bro. I took the long, man. Pretty much on literally on the candle I entered in on, bro. After I entered that freaking long, bro, I was like, yeah, there's no way this is not playing out. I mean, like, I was like, this trade is not about to play out. And the next candle closes super bearish. But then we get this fat bullish candle. I'm like, hold on, there's actually a chance because we're back in profit. We're up like $60. It looks like we might actually run. Next candle tries to push. And then just randomly, bro, it's like in the green, bro. It looks like it's about to push. It freaking teleports down to like a few ticks away from my stop loss. And then I'm like, fuck, bro, we're so cooked. I know there's orange folder news coming out at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. orange folder news happens, bro, and we rip. Back in profit for like half a second, and then we're just selling it off, and then that candle flips red, and I'm like, yeah, bro, this is done. It's over with, and now we're just straight up dumping. So I was completely wrong yet again, bro. My freaking biases have been trash, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. But I did low-key say, I was like, yeah, bro, today's either going to be bullish or it's going to be freaking chop. We got chop at the open, but now it looks like we're just going to have a clean dump for the rest of the day. So, yeah, in hindsight, it's like, yeah, I could have, I don't even know, bro. I don't know. I'm not, like, upset with my trade or anything like how I was yesterday. It's just like, dog, I'm just tired of being wrong so much, you know what I mean? I feel like this week, it's just been straight, like, mistake after mistake, and then just you're wrong, and you're just like, it's just like, fuck, bro, dang, man, we were doing so well. And we don't even have much to show for it, bro. Like, the fucking account is up $450, bro. Because we did so well, like, trading the combine, passing the combine, and then when we started off trading the fund account, we were doing well. But we didn't really get to, like, experience that big run that actually puts a fucking buffer on our account. Instead, we just kind of... It's cool that we're still in profit, yeah, but it's like, bro, $450, like, what the fuck even is that? That's literally nothing, bro. For the fact that I've had this account for probably a couple weeks now, bro, it's like, I'm making no progress, bro. If this was a freaking 9-to-5 job, bro, I would be ready to quit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's just frustrating as shit, bro. And the fact that this, like I said earlier, bro, the fact that we've had this combine, we've had to rebuild twice now. So we bought it, and then we had to rebuild it once because we were trying to do each combine individually, which I'm happy for. But now it's like, okay, if I have to rebuild this combine a third time, that's actually ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, that's genuinely stupid. We've had this thing 2,600 profit, 2,300 profit, 2,600 profit, and every single time, bro, we get to that point, bro. We just go on this, like, ridiculous losing streak. Not even, like, a bad losing streak, but just like, dang, bro. Is this thing ever going to get passed, bro? I'm literally edging the freaking profit target of 3,000, bro. I've edged it, like, fucking 4 times, bro. It's insane. So yeah, man, shitty week for me. We ended the week down 2 our multiples, which again isn't horrible, but the fact that this week should have definitely been a small green week, it's just like, bro, all these mistakes, man, it's fucking sucks, bro, and it's dragging the confidence down, just in my ability to execute, you know what I mean, and then my ability to read the markets too. Like I said, I'm not upset with today's loss, bro. I mean, I was a little bit impatient. That's the only thing I'll say, because like I said, man, like on the freaking candle I entered in on, bro, I was like, the way that candle closed and then the way the next candle followed, bro, I was like, yeah, this trade is probably going to hit stop loss. And at that point, I was like, I'm not upset about the trade. I was just too impatient. I wish I was more patient. You know what I mean? So yeah, fuck, bro. Shitty week for me. In terms of P&L wise, it's not a horrible loss, but the fact that we're literally taking back-to-back red weeks is actually insane. And also the fact that we took so many mistakes this week. You know, we had 2 big mistakes that kind of fucked the entire week for me. So yeah. All that being said, though, I'm going to show you guys the trade I took. I'm going to show you what happened and all that stuff. So let's get into that.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and hop right in. So you can see here, this is what happened. Fine, refresh now. All right. Well, this is loading. There we go. This is exactly what happened to me today, man. I just got completely fucking cooked. I mean, I was totally wrong, obviously. You can see, though, we had plenty of buyers in this freaking zone, man. I entered in on this candle and we tapped in, flipped. And literally, bro, as soon as this fucking candle closed red, bro, you kind of just get an intuition for this shit, you know? We're at all-time highs. It's a Friday. Fridays are usually fucking trash. Yeah, as soon as this thing closed red and below VWAP, I was like, yeah, bro, this trade's cooked. And then this fucker here starts to try and take out that wick. I'm like accepting the fact that I'm just going to get immediately stopped out. And I'm just, like, thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not really upset with this trade. I wish I was more patient, man. I wish I was more patient. You know, at the time, bro... Obviously, now it's a whole different fucking story, but at the time, bro, I mean, this 4-hour was testing the zone, flipping green. I thought we were just going to have a continuation to the upside. Obviously, that is far from what happened, which is great. Well, it's not good for me. It's horrible for me because we took another fucking loss, bro. I'm just being sarcastic. But, yeah, so, yeah, man, that happens. And then we get this big bullish candle off this zone, which is cool. We literally get pinned right below fucking 629 on SPY, bro. These numbers, bro. Like these what's it called? These whole numbers, bro. These are the freaking, like, for whatever reason, bro, these areas are just like impossible to break, man. And then this fucker here, bro. This candle here, bro. This 5-minute candle, it acts like it's gonna push for like a solid 3 minutes. It just gets pinned, bro, and then just flashes like down here, bro. It's like we're pushing, and then we just teleport down here. And I'm just like, are you kidding me, bro? And then, yeah, like I said, man, I knew we had double orange folder news. I was expecting that junk to just stop me out immediately. Somehow, though, it wicks. Like, bro, we tap into a 0.83. So this thing just flashes up. I think I'm getting saved, but then I realized at this point we just wick right back down immediately. I realized that this candle is going to be absolutely pointless, and we're probably just going to continue dumping. Once we literally, like, chop around for the next, like, 4 minutes after this thing opens between, like, my entry and my stop loss, and then it eventually flips red, and I know I'm cooked at that point. It's over with. And yeah, that's exactly what happens. I was completely wrong today. 1,000% just incorrect. Fuck, bro. I wish I could recognize this shit sooner, man. I wish I could recognize this shit sooner. Like I said, though, I'm not, like, insanely unhappy with this trade. There were obviously a bunch of buyers in at this zone, bro. It's just like, bro, all-time highs paired with a Friday. Maybe that's a new thing that can influence our bias, man. If we're near or at all-time highs and it's a Friday, we can probably expect some bullshit, you know, like this. Yeah, I don't even know, bro. I just got clapped today, man. You can see we're fucking clapped, bro. The overall P&L for this account, $452. Like, what even is that, bro? It's ridiculous. It's a good thing I didn't take the payout, though, bro. If I had taken the payout, we'd probably be about to blow this shit, bro. If not already blown. But dang, man. Fuck, bro. Back-to-back red weeks is actually insane. I don't know how, bro. How did that happen?
-2 R multiples this week. Well, I know how it happened this week, bro. This week, I think I traded well. I really do. I don't think I traded poorly this week at all. This fucking week, though, good trade on Monday, over trade on Tuesday, good trade here. Good. No, this was the bad trade. This was the freaking FOMO trade, bro. And then this is okay. It's fine to take this loss, bro. I'm not upset about it, but this day should have been green. Like we've gone over that yesterday, bro. Literally the perfect A+ set that was in the pre-market game plan that actually happened played out perfectly. We would have caught like a 3-1 if we held it. Assuming I would probably to get out of 2-1, but still, this should have been a green day, not a fucking red day, which is insane. Because we literally just wasted this opportunity. We FOMO'd in and then got our account locked after taking that bullshit trade. This should have been a 1-loss day, bro. Instead we took 3 losses. So this should have been like minus 221 was what this should have been. This should have been like plus 400. And then in that case, in that scenario, it would have been up. But, you know, that is obviously the power of hindsight. You know, you can look back at your mistakes. But dang, man, it is just insanely disappointing, bro. Fuck, bro. Going from last month onto this shit, bro. And, like, that's the fucked up part, bro, is that price action hasn't been bad. It's been clean, bro. It's been straight. I mean, this freaking account here, bro, that was about to be passed so many times. I don't know why it says total P&L is 1,300 when the account balance is literally at 51.5, almost 51.6. But, yep, this freaking account here, bro, just ridiculous. Another red week. I don't know, man. Looks like July's just been a shitty month for me, bro. Even though it should have been a great month because like this was clean, bro. We clean price action, dog. Today, questionable. If I had waited, I would have taken the short most likely after we break here and just target this or something. I mean, it looks like we're just gonna dump all fucking day long. So yeah, I was like 1,000% completely wrong about today, bro. Obviously, I've been super bullish since we've just been knocking through all-time highs, but, you know, Friday mixed with an all-time high is obviously going to cause some BS, it seems like. And in this case, man, I just got fucking wrecked, bro. Even if I'd taken the short, if I'd taken the short before 7 a.m., I still would have gone stopped out. But also, there's no short setup before 7 a.m. because we haven't broken through this 1 hour area of demand yet. So, yeah, I'm just glad, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. It sucks. I literally, bro, I was going in, bro, I was like, dang, bro, I gotta change my settings, I gotta take the second trade, bro, but I didn't do it. Even if I did, bro, I would still be locked out for the next 7 hours, so. Oh, man, I'm gonna keep this this setting on until I freaking, like, don't feel like coming back in and chasing trades again, you know. I need this setting. This thing is gonna save me from blowing accounts, bro, it really is. Even though if I would've come back on, bro, it's like, bro, even then, bro, because this trade got stopped out, and then I was still in my trade on my E-minis because it missed my stop loss by a few ticks, and then, like, that candle closed, and then the next candle stopped me out, bro. I was like, dang, bro, I gotta go in, take the, re-enter on the long, on my fund account, bro. If I had done that, I would have been absolutely fucking cooked, bro. Like, there's no way. Like, I was not thinking clearly at all, bro. I was like, I gotta go re-enter this long. And then, yeah, clearly shorts are the play today. I was just freaking wrong. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say, man, in terms of the recap, bro. Like I said, man, confidence are going down, which is not good. Less so confidence to read the markets, more so my confidence, to execute properly just because we've had all these mistakes this week. And, like, even today, like I said, I'm not, like, super unhappy about the trade, but it's like, bro, I freaking, what's it called? What was I trying to say? I was too impatient today, bro. Like, I entered literally, like, before 6:40, bro. I was entering in, like, on, like, the fucking, like, second candle of the day, dog. I really thought we were gonna be bullish, bro. I'm just so used to seeing these freaking, what's it called? These bearish moves just not play out at all. That whenever we have like bearish days like today, I just get clapped, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I've just been getting clapped, bro, by the markets lately. But the good news is we're only down for these past 2 red weeks, bro. We're only down 3 R multiples, right? That's not horrible. The account's still in profit. We haven't taken a payout yet, so if it hits break even, that doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like this week, bro, is like proof that, like, in trade, you gotta be on your shit, man. You can't be making mistakes like me, bro. Because, like, dog, that Tuesday, that over trading, man, taking 3 losses, bro, that just fucking killed me this week, bro. That just destroyed my week, man.
if I hadn't taken those 2 extra losses, then we would have literally ended the week break even with the mistake of what's it called? Even with taking that loss that we should have taken on yesterday, bro. We would have ended the week break even if we had just stuck to one trade a day this entire week. You know what I mean? And then the fact that yesterday, I know I keep bringing it up, man, but it's just something that's been pissing me off, bro. The fact that yesterday we actually FOMO'd into a trade that had 0 setup. In fact, my strategy would call me to take the opposite setup. Literally, if I was just playing it based off of a level. And then the freaking, like 20 minutes later, bro, the perfect A+ setup that we had in our pre-market game plan shows up. And I just FOMO'd in. I missed out. Not only did I miss out on the opportunity to catch a winning trade, but I took a fucking loss, bro. And that also fucked me over this week. But the big thing that killed me this week was that overtrading day, bro. That one day. It just goes to show, normally, in normal situations, I feel like you would make a little mistake here, make a little mistake there. It's just like, dang, bro, it's whatever. But you can see in trading, bro. It's like the line between of having a fucking green week. Literally, in this case, bro, those 2 mistakes, bro. Those 2 mistakes, or the line between having a green week and a red week, dog. It just pisses me off so much that I really let myself fumble this week, bro. Like, PA was solid this week. I can't lie. PA was good. I cannot blame price action, bro. All I have to blame for myself is fucking Tuesday and yesterday, bro. Those are the 2 things I have to blame myself for. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, my camera ran out of space while I was talking, bro. I swear, dude, it only happens when I'm having a shitty day, a shitty week, bro. Like, go back to any of my other videos, bro, and I'm always like, every time I say, bro, my camera just ran out of space, bro, it's always on a freaking day, bro, where I just took a loss, or I just took a fucking red week, and I've been making mistakes and shit, bro, crashing out, bro. It never happens when I'm winning, bro. Yeah, man, like I was saying, though, I think I was saying this, gotta take the weekend, kind of, just relax, bro. Can't think about it too much. Come back into the markets next week. Focus on patience. That's gonna be a big one. I feel like I just started to get really impatient. Like I said, man, I don't think this trade was horrible. Probably give like a C+ to a B. I'd give it like a C+ to a B. We had the higher time frames at the time were looking pretty bullish to me. Thing that really made it like a tricky one, bro, is we're at all-time highs on a Friday. I want to say, man, if I can actually survive this freaking little losing streak, this streak of like mistakes and all this stuff that I'm on right now, if I can survive it, then I should be straight, bro. Like this is nothing, you know what I mean? Cause like things like this will happen, and it'll happen even if I'm trading well, Like we saw last week. I think I traded very well. We still ended the week red. It was unfortunate. And then, yeah, obviously this week was just trash trading by me. It was horrible. I'm going to say horrible. We had 2 bad days. And yeah, man, those days really fucked with the week, though. But, yeah, if I can survive this, I should be straight. And I think, honestly, that the fact that I kind of we had our first sort of crash out day where we really overtraded since we started Top Step. And we immediately, bro, just went into the risk settings, man. Locked the account after one trade every single time. Do the extreme. I've tried to do this so many times on TradeVay. I'd always just freaking go in and change the settings. But this way, it'll actually lock out my account, you know what I mean? So that's good. That's great, actually. I think I have a high probability of surviving this thing, you know what I mean? Because, like, there's no way I'm going to take so many losses in a row that I blow my funded account if I'm only risking $217.50 per trade. I guess $220 after freaking fees and commissions. But yeah, there's no way I'm gonna take so many losses that I just blow the account. You know what I mean? Doing that. So I think, like I said, if I can just survive this, it'll be a good feeling, bro. Because I feel like I've gone on so many losing streaks. I've never really survived them. I mean, I have in the past, but it's just been so long since I've like actually survived like a losing streak without like blowing an account, So with these risk settings and the new tweaks I've done to my strategy, I think I should be straight to kind of survive this streak that I'm on. You know what I mean? And I was a little bit too like what's it called? I was too like I really wanted to get that payout before I went to Florida, which I'm going to be leaving in less than, 12, 34, like 15 days or some shit. I don't even know. August 2nd is when I touch down. So I doubt that's going to happen, bro. I don't think the payouts can
I don't think the payout's happening before Florida, which I gotta kind of just come to terms with that. I can't let that kind of affect my psychology. I feel like I started to really let that affect me, bro, because I really wanted to just run up the account balance so that I could pull a little bit of money, you know. But I'd much rather, you know, not think about that and just think about taking good trades, you know. So I'm gonna get back on that. Not gonna expect to have like a payout before I go traveling. That's like, you know, like the markets don't care about my trip, bro. You know what I mean? They're gonna give me what they give me, and I'm gonna have to just take the trades when I see them. So yeah, though. All that being said, I am gonna cut the video off here. Hopefully, I can survive this winning streak. Hopefully, I don't lose the account. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.